Chris Thomas here with inCity magazine, and this is our first interview on this side of 2020. And so what we decided to do as a team is to talk about some of the things that one of the top 5 things on many people's to-do list is about getting fit. And as a team, we were thinking about, well, who can we catch up with? Everyone's busy this time of year, especially in the fitness world, fitness and nutrition arena. And who can we catch up with to spend a little bit of time with us? And we were able to lock down none other than Brandon Anderson. What's up, Brandon? You doing good?
Yeah, man.
Good. Brandon is a professional fitness model. He's also the owner of his own business, which is Team Stallion. And he is a certified personal trainer. Because we spoke about it earlier, certified personal trainer. So Brandon, thank you, man. Thanks for being able to catch up with me. Thank you for your time. I know you're extremely busy. We just actually pulled him away from a training with the client as well, so we're going to be real brief. Brandon, on this side of 2020, as you mentioned, many people are talking about resolutions. Why do you think the resolutions, especially when it comes to the fitness arena and your years of experience and as a professional, in the industry, why do you think resolutions are so tough for many people to stick with or to see success with?
Okay, I feel like it's like this here. You're giving yourself a goal, okay, but what's the goal after that goal? The first goal for most people is just get into the gym. Hey, I want to get in shape, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But that's your only goal that you're set. Your goal mainly should be, I want to make this a lifestyle. That way, like I said, it's an ongoing process. And it's not just like, okay, I've gotten to the gym, I've done a few sessions, I'm good. Because that happens a lot. And I'm like, y'all, you're going about this the wrong way. Set the goal up for life. I want to be healthy. Your look should be second. I want to be healthy should be first. So first and foremost, just come on in and be like, hey man, I want to make this my lifestyle. And I guarantee it, the results will come.
Wow. So most people are coming to you, they're concerned about the looks first versus, right. Wow, that's interesting.
And I get all kind of emails, inboxes on my social media. It's like, man, hey, I want to look like this or I want to look like that. And I'm like, well, how about we get you started first, and then let's see which way your body goes.
Gotcha.
And now we can kind of like pinpoint what you would look like.
Gotcha. Can you zone in, I know you hit on it just a little bit, can you zone in just a little bit more about how a person can stick with their resolutions to get the most benefit? Can you just highlight that a few more times?
Now, I spoke on this a few weeks back. I said, fall in love with the process. Okay, so for an example, let's say you hate math. You're back in high school, you hate math. Now, are you gonna really study for it? Are you really gonna do what you need to do to pass that class? Probably not, because you dread it. So the trick is to trick yourself. Like, I enjoy working out. I love running. I love swimming. I love cycling. These are things that are part of my life, my lifestyle. So the body that I've achieved over the years is just a plus. I've always loved sports. So I tell people, if you come in, man, if you just fall in love with working out, like, it's not punishment. Don't look at it as punishment, because anything that's punishment, you're gonna fret. You're gonna run from. So look at it as a reward. Like, I get to work out today, and I'm gonna love it. And by all means, the results will come. Just fall in love with the process.
That's great information. Thank you for sharing that with us. Okay, first time person coming out, want to get fit. They've gotten out of their mindset about, I want to look good. I want that summer beach swimsuit ready body.
Yeah.
All right. Now, how important is having a coach, trainer, or some type of mentor in fitness as you're making this life change and going through the process?
I feel that it's very important, because like I'm gonna take it back to the classroom. That teacher is there for a reason. Even though you might know certain things, the teacher most of the time knows more. So we're here to aid you, to guide you, to get you there maybe a little bit quicker than you would be on your own. And not only that, a lot of people, they want the body, but they've never done anything, physical, being active or anything like that. So they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the know-how. Some people don't have the motivation or the drive. So it's more than one reason you would want to hire a trainer. I would say, first and foremost, it's the knowledge. Like I see a lot of accidents that happen and people get turned off from the gyms. And I'm like, man, you have help at the front desk. There's somebody in the gym that might want to help you. But I would say for those first few months, for that first go around, just go ahead and hire a professional. And like I said, get your feet wet, learn some things, and then see can you take it on your own. But first timers, always hire a professional personal trainer. And you'll learn so much more, you'll be ushered in, and just pick someone that meshes well with your personality. So.
Thank you, that's great information. There are also, I have had this, and you and I have had some one-on-one conversations, about this in the past, and this actually fits, many of the people that I personally know, and those who will be watching this because of our demographic audience. Many of them are almost 40 or over 40. Mm-hmm. When I started working out very aggressively, myself, from almost zero to working out, I was right at about 39, 40 myself. Mm-hmm. Now, however, prior to maybe 10 plus years ago, I was semi-active, stay on the go. I'm a business owner, mm-hmm. As well. I'm here and there, and I eat relatively good. I have a relatively good diet. However, I did not start working out until right almost at the age of 40, So how important, is it for those who are just starting, out and maybe a little bit older in age, somewhere at about late 30s, early 40s or so, tips and really things they should pay attention to at that particular age when it comes to their exercise routine?
Okay, I would say, one, pay attention to your body. All aches and pains are not good. I know we have this slogan like, hey man, no pain, no gain, but we're gonna go a little bit deeper than that. Like, really pay attention to your body. Take your time. Trust the process. Because like I said, working out, especially in your later years, it slows down the aging process. Like when I first met you, I couldn't tell your age. And like, I know you probably thought I was joking, but I was like, man, how old are you? Mm-hmm. And because like, it's truly scientifically proven that working out slows down the aging process. Not only that, it slows down ailments, diseases, all of that. So it's already been proven. All you gotta do is walk the path. But I would say, especially in that age, especially if you haven't been active in your 20s, your early 30s, whatever, take your time. Find you a good program. First of all, find you a basic program. Like I said, get your feet wet. All right, start here and then gradually climb the ladder. Gradually. Don't try to, oh well, man, I gotta make up a lost time. No, you don't. Time lost is time lost. There's nothing you can do about that.
Don't even worry about it, huh?
Right. I'm like, it's gone. So I'm gonna say you're gonna start off with calisthenics. That's exercise that uses your own body weight. Push-ups, self-squats, squat jumps, plyometrics, things of that nature. Start off with something light and then just watch yourself progress as you consistently walk the journey.
When we were discussing about, when I sent you a message about, what questions to prepare for, and even though we didn't bring this up, but I want to kind of talk about it because I overheard you talking to someone that you were training, a track star, and it was regarding entertainers and singers. And we'll put all entertainers in that, in that form, in that category. Whether if it's a singer, a comedian, actor, musician, someone who plays instruments. How important? Because you would normally train some of the singers that you have trained by having them to either work out and then sing while they're working out to be able to control pitches and everything else. How important is a great fitness routine for an entertainer, and why?
Well, one, you want to look the part. So because, of course, I hate to say it, but attraction, I would put it that way, it sells. Two, when you see an artist and they're on stage, they're dancing, they're singing, they're doing this or doing that, you get short-winded. So in order to combat that, you would want to work out, get your body in shape, prepare your lungs, get your lungs stronger. So I trained a singer, and what I would do, I would have him, he would jog a mile. All right, as he's jogging a mile, I would say, now sing something. So I said, what you're doing, you're preparing yourself not only physically, but you're preparing yourself mentally to push past that breaking point and actually get the best performance out of yourself that you can get. So, and then our thing with acting, another kid I was training, one of the casting directors, they wanted him to gain 15 pounds. And I said, man, the roles you choose, they want you to look like the character that they've written out, drawn out for you. So you have to put in the work to actually portray or bring to life what the director wants. So it all goes hand in hand. Like I said, fitness is pretty much worldwide, man. So
that's great information. The obesity level, especially now Brandon, I failed to mention this, is one of the most sought out fitness trainers in the Southeast. So in the Southeast as well, you've been able, you and I were both raised, in the South.
yes.
In the Southeast, obesity level is at its highest, within the country. Now, when it comes to little children, I know you shared with me another day, you and I, share some tips from time to time, and I become a better person just by listening to you, you know what I'm saying?
Thanks, man, that's good.
So when it comes to young people, you shared with me one time is about, how many young people now are not able to jog a mile. So what can parents do to increase aid, as well from a fitness standpoint?
Well, I would say get active with your children. Like a lot of people might not know this, but growing up, I played soccer. Pretty good at it.
Okay.
But my first coach was my mother.
Wow.
And if you see my mother, she's a little lady, very petite, prissy, but she was my first coach. And with that, watching her being active, of course my father was an athlete, but watching her being active, that kind of motivated me to do the same. And like I said, the mother is the first teacher of the child. So that was great, her being my first teacher, my first coach, pretty much first everything. So I would just say, first and foremost, get active with your children. Make sure they stay active. Also growing up, I did martial arts. So there was always some form of discipline that my parents put me in to keep me active. And it pretty much, like I said, as I grew, my disciplines grew. So I would say, first and foremost, get active with your children. Second, pay attention to what you're feeding your children. I know me being a father, I'm married, we got a daughter. When I leave here, I'm dog tired. I've worked out, I've worked everybody else out. I'm like, last thing I want to do is cook. But I'll probably have some of that meal prepared from a previous day. So when I come home, I don't have much to cook. Or if I don't want to cook it out, I have something that's prepared. I know fast food joints, like they're stop and pop, they're the quickest thing, and they're accessible. But my thing is, you got to think about, what are you teaching your child? The easy way is not always the best way. Get your butts in the kitchen, cook. Growing up, we called it leftovers. Now it's called meal prepping. You pick one day and you cook for probably 3 up to 5 days meals. I like to do 3. I don't like my food to go too stale. Then I get tired of eating the same thing. But like I said, those are the 2 most important things I feel that a parent can do. Is 1, get active with your child because you are the example, so provide the example. 2, watch what you're feeding your child. And not only that, research. Like, hey, like what is like really in what we're eating? So those are my 2, like I said, main points when it comes to children, and the parents being the example for the children.
Gotcha. And last thing, and I appreciate your time so you can get back, to your training. Last thing, and you pretty much touched on it, is diet. And we spoke about diet. How important is a good diet? Because some people, they'll hit the gym not knowing, not thinking about, because for instance, one day I was at the gym and there was a woman, she was somewhere around maybe about 52, and she shared with me that she had lost about 50 pounds. And her thing is she had about 20 more pounds that she wanted to lose. She was stumped at that particular point. And she shared with me, actually, her waistline was beginning to get a little bit bigger. So I asked her, how was her diet? She shared with me that, only eat one time a day. One time a day, and other than that, she drinks water. Now, from my experience, along with research, I found that, when it comes to, our waist area, if our waist area has a memory. And so depending on how many times we eat, if we're not giving it enough food, it's going to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to store this there because I don't know when next time I'm going to get what I need to get. So I'm going to store it. So when I need it, I can come back and use it. So how important is diet, not only the frequency that we eat, but also what we eat, as well?
Okay. Some trainers will say diet is, let's say, 80% and your working out is probably 20%. I personally say you want to put 100% into each avenue. Mental, diet, spiritual, physical. Okay, now when you're talking about I want to change the appearance and how my body performs, you must change what you're putting into the body. That's like, for example, a car. If you have this beautiful Bentley or this beautiful Ferrari and you're putting trash gas in it, that car is not going to perform at the level that it's supposed to perform. That's the same thing with the body. And I was telling my track guy, Lemarian, I said, man, as fast as you are, just imagine if you were to eat properly and put nutrients and vitamins into your body. So if you at this speed, you're going to be at this speed because you're putting into your body what the body needs to function. And not only that, you're taking out the pollution. So your body physically, your body's appearance is going to change. So whenever you're talking about weight loss, you want to rev your energy levels up. You want to lose inches. You want to gain muscle. I'm just sluggish, coach. I need to perform better. Look at what you're eating, because I guarantee it's your diet. And like I said, a lot of diseases come from poor dieting. It's like my body's not getting enough this, my body's not getting enough that, and now you gotta take this pill, you gotta take that pill. When try food first. I tell everyone, try food first before you try any supplement, any diet pill, whatever. Try food first. Eat properly. Now, if you need something to aid the process, now look at the supplementation. But that diet is king, man. And I tell people, if you can diet, eat properly, at least 4 days, because it takes the body 72 hours to change. So try to take an extra day. So try to go 4 days before you break down and have that cheat meal. And now repeat the process. So you want to put yourself on the schedule, because like I said, that diet is so important. I know plenty of guys come in the gym, man, they can lift a house, but they got the guts out here. They take the t-shirt off. Now your arms don't look as big because your muscle, it's not visible. You just got on a tight t-shirt. I call them t-shirt All-Americans. But when I try to tell them about, hey man, try baking the fish versus frying it all the time. Oh, they yell and curse and this and that. Well, man, I don't need a six-pack, I'm good. So I'm gonna say personally for me, your diet is king. Performance, energy levels, appearance. So like I said, but it all boils down to you gotta know and understand what you're training for. So I tell people, just go the extra mile. Like, man, it's all right to eat that broccoli over those French fries, So that's just me personally.
Thank you. I know we said that was our last question, but it made me think about one other thing because of you share with about the importance of 100% food, the spiritual, the mental, and the physical. You know, it also made me think about who we surround ourselves with, you know, as well. How important is our associates, our people we kick it with, you know, how important is that when it comes to fitness and to living a great, you know, lifestyle, having a great diet, and getting to the place we want to get to?
It's something my mother always told me when I was younger. She said, Brandon, birds of a feather flock together.
Flock together.
Yeah. And I was always like, nah, I'm good, man. I don't, whatever. But I noticed that when I got to ASU and I got into fitness modeling and I was successful at it, it was because of the people that I surrounded myself with. They wouldn't let me quit. And they understood my goal and where I wanted to be in this arena, in this area. So if we would go out there and make sure I get my vegetables or I'm drinking my water instead of down in beer with everybody else, I would get the grilled or the baked chicken versus getting the fried chicken all the time. And like I said, my friends kind of like became my family, and they aided me. My wife, I met my wife at ASU. I would say she was probably one of the biggest inspirations to my nutrition, because before that, I was just eating literally chicken fingers, French fries, go to bodybuilding practice, go to fitness modeling practice, and I was good because I was always athletic. So it burnt right off me. So, but understanding nutrition, understanding your surroundings, understanding your friends, and if they really love you, they will value your goals. And not only that, I've met so many other fitness personalities through this journey. And it's kind of like we bonded like glue, because we all had the same goal. We're trying to reach the next level in our careers, and we motivated each other. So I tell people, the guys that I competed against in Atlanta, in Florida, we actually became good friends, because if I know, say for instance, you come to a competition, I know your body's on point. That's gonna make me work harder to make sure that my body's on point. Mm-hmm. So rivalry, we became friends, and we became those birds of that same feather. Mm-hmm. So friends and, like I said, your surroundings, the people you hanging with, the people that are you involved with, the people that motivate you, is very important, because that same group, either they can motivate you or they can pull you down. And like I said, I'm successful in this area because of the people that I surrounded myself with. And I knew back in college, like, man, okay, either you're gonna do this or you're gonna hang out. So I chose fitness. And I still got to hang out some, but I mean, it didn't take precedent over my goal. And my friends, like I said, they wouldn't let anything take a trump card my goals. So very vital, man, like to your success. And not just in fitness, but in just life, period.
In life.
So
absolutely, absolutely. Brandon, thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
Keep up the great work. We're proud of you. Thank you for representing and encouraging, educating, and helping our audience and the people that you work with, you know, and inspiring people. You know, let them see that there is, you know, a way that if we start today and take baby steps to continue to make that progress, that we can live great lives that will also help us physically, but also help us to be able to think better, be able to perform our jobs better, become, you know, better fathers, mothers, husbands, wives, and that spreads. You know, when we become better, you know, everyone else around us become better, you know, as well. So it affects everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Is there anything else you want to let our audience know?
I'm good, man. Just, like I said, fall in love with the process, trust the process, and just live the journey.
Hey, we're going to live the journey. We're going to end at that. Thank you for tuning in. This is Brandon Anderson, founder of Team Stallion. I'm Chris Thomas, publisher of inCity magazine. Until next time, have a fantastic day.